Let's be brutally honest for a minute. For men over 45, coffee is often the only thing providing energy, but it does nothing for that inner fire, that drive, that crucial sense of masculine vitality that impacts every area of your life, especially your relationship. I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and I'm here to tell you I fixed that problem in my own house with my husband, and the results were so profound it created a happy domestic conflict. You see, I recommended he start adding a specific single teaspoon of natural powder to his morning coffee, a ritual that fundamentally changed his mood and drive. It was so effective, so profound in restoring his youthful energy and intimate enthusiasm that I, his own wife, begged him to stop, saying I literally couldn't keep up with the renewed nightly demands. This simple hack is the natural secret to unlocking your full, deep-seated vitality, not just your caffeine high. Don't scroll away. This 1 teaspoon changes everything. Today we are talking about the first most sacred ritual of the day for millions of men. Your morning coffee. It's the engine starter, the wake-up call, the daily necessity. But for most of you, that coffee is a massive missed opportunity. It's just fuel providing a harsh 2-hour jolt before the inevitable crash. We're going to change that. I'm talking about adding a single, simple, inexpensive teaspoon of a powerful, concentrated ingredient right into that hot mug. This tiny addition doesn't just supercharge the caffeine, it actually changes the way your body responds to the coffee, turning a stressful jolt into a clean, sustained burn. It elevates your mood, stabilizes your energy, and provides a subtle yet undeniably potent lift to your libido and confidence. I know this sounds dramatic, but I see the results in my clinical practice every single week. This isn't some pharmaceutical trick. This is a return to a smarter, more intentional way of using natural compounds to target the core issues of aging masculinity, dwindling all-day energy, hormonal flatness, and a lagging inner drive. I won't just give you one option either. I have 3 different 1 teaspoon solutions, each targeting a slightly different aspect of male vitality, from pure aggressive energy to deep, sustained, calm focus. So pour yourself that mug because by the end of this, you'll never drink a plain cup of coffee again. Let's first acknowledge the common starting point for men over 50. Most men wake up in a state of subtle hormonal imbalance. Your cortisol, your primary stress hormone, is naturally spiking. This is a normal part of waking up. But if your sleep was poor or you carry chronic stress, that cortisol stays elevated for too long. Chronically high morning cortisol actively suppresses your available testosterone and prematurely drains your energy reserves. Then you pour a strong cup of plain coffee. Coffee is a powerful tool, but consumed alone, it can be a metabolic wrecking ball. The caffeine triggers a sudden adrenaline response, which dumps more cortisol and glucose into your bloodstream. This creates that high-wire anxiety, the jitters, and the hyper-focused but short-lived energy spike. When that spike crashes, you're left with low blood sugar, elevated stress hormones, and the urge for another cup or worse, a sugary snack. This vicious cycle, cortisol spike, energy crash, and hormonal flatness is what we must break. What the aging male system needs is not a jolt, but a modulation. You need an additive that works on 4 fronts. 1, cortisol mitigation, something that gently cushions the harsh jolt of caffeine to prevent an excessive stress response. 2, sustained energy, an ingredient that stabilizes blood sugar and provides a clean, readily available fuel source to ride the caffeine wave for hours, not minutes. 3, hormonal support, a compound that creates an environment where your existing testosterone can thrive. 4, gut health, because great energy and hormone production start with a healthy gut, not just an empty stomach. The 1 teaspoon solutions I'm providing all work to fulfill these needs, turning your jittery morning drink into a smooth metabolic powerhouse. If your primary goal is to sustain energy, eliminate the caffeine crash, and turn your body into a daily fat-burning machine. Your first 1 teaspoon solution is pure fat. Now don't run away. I'm talking specifically about adding 1 teaspoon of high-quality coconut oil or clarified butter known as ghee. This is not about adding milk or cream. This is about adding very specific types of saturated fat that fundamentally change your body's energy source. When you add a teaspoon of coconut oil, you are introducing a high concentration of medium-chain triglycerides or MCTs. Unlike most fats, MCTs do not have to be processed by your liver. They are immediately shuttled to your liver, where they are rapidly converted into ketones, which are a super efficient, clean-burning fuel source for your brain and body. Think of it this way. Caffeine is the accelerator pedal, and the MCTs are the high-octane fuel. When you drink plain coffee, your body relies on any available glucose for energy, leading to a quick spike and a quick crash. When you combine the caffeine with MCTs, the ketones provide a steady, reliable backup fuel source that is sustained for hours. This effectively eliminates the crash. It stabilizes your blood sugar, which is fantastic for managing belly fat and insulin sensitivity, a massive concern for men over 50. Furthermore, the fat addition slows the absorption of the caffeine. It softens the harsh edge of the adrenaline rush, preventing the jitters and the excessive cortisol spike. The result is pure, focused, crystal clear energy that can last until lunch. I recommend blending it quickly, which creates a frothy lattes-like drink that tastes surprisingly good and is incredibly satiating. This is the hack for the man who wants the ultimate all-day focus and metabolic control. It's what I initially recommended to my husband when he was complaining about the 3 slump and reaching for a 3rd cup of coffee. It completely changed his productivity cycle and eliminated the need for that afternoon caffeine spike. He noticed the difference almost immediately in his ability to maintain complex focus late into the day. If your primary concern is feeling hormonally flat, struggling with dwindling libido, and lacking that youthful inner fire, your 1 teaspoon solution is maca root powder. We've discussed maca before. It's a remarkable Peruvian root vegetable and a powerful adaptogen. Remember, adaptogens are plants that help your body adapt to and manage stress. The magic of maca, when combined with your morning coffee, is its targeted action on your endocrine system. Maca doesn't contain testosterone. It helps your body manage the environment that allows your existing testosterone to flourish. When you consume MEA, it signals to your brain's master control center, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, that the stress level is lower than it perceives. By modulating this stress response, it gently counters the damaging effects of chronic morning cortisol. Less cortisol means less suppression of your sex hormones, leading to better hormone balance and improved drive. Macaca is particularly famous for its impact on libido and sexual desire. Many men over 50 report that their desire wanes even if their physical ability is sound. Macaca works on the psychological and neurological pathways of desire. It wakes up that inner drive, providing a subtle, non-stimulant boost to your intimate readiness. 1 teaspoon is the standard effective dose. It has an earthy, slightly nutty or butterscotch flavor that blends beautifully with coffee, especially if you add a dash of the coconut oil from the first option. This combination not only fuels your brain, but directly addresses the hormonal side of male aging. Consistent use of this hack is often what leads partners to raise an eyebrow and start asking questions about where this renewed passion came from. This is the very ingredient that led to my playful but very real exasperation with my husband. Once his afternoon crash was gone from the MCT oil, I suggested adding maca for the hormonal support. The results were astounding. He was more even-keeled, more energetic in the evenings, and had a clear, undeniable return of that youthful internal spark. While I was thrilled with his overall health improvement, his new level of enthusiasm and energy made me jokingly tell him to slow down. It's The highest compliment I can give to the power of this single simple powder. If your current struggle is less about acute energy and more about systemic aging, joint pain, poor digestion, and a general feeling of physical fragility, your transformative 1 teaspoon solution is collagen peptide powder. You might think of collagen as something for skin and nails, but for the man over 50, it is a non-negotiable structural protein that your body desperately needs and is no longer producing efficiently. Collagen is the foundational component of almost every tissue in your body, your tendons, your ligaments, your bone structure, and crucially, your gut lining. When you add 1 heaped teaspoon of flavorless collagen peptides to your morning coffee, you are doing much more than sipping a beverage. You're supporting vitality in several key areas of your aging body. While most people think of it for skin, for men over 50, collagen is essential for joint and connective tissue support. As testosterone declines, we naturally lose muscle mass and the crucial cushioning around our joints. Collagen provides the amino acid building blocks, things like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, necessary to maintain strong joint integrity. This reduces those nagging creaks and pains that often discourage continued activity and exercise. Ultimately, this means better, faster recovery after your workouts and far less joint discomfort throughout the day. But the benefits run much deeper, starting in the core, gut health, and absorption. Coffee can sometimes be harsh on the stomach, but collagen steps in to literally help repair and seal the gut lining. We know that a healthy gut is the very foundation of energy and hormone production. When your gut is compromised, your body wastes massive amounts of energy on inflammation, diverting resources away from vitality. A healed gut means better absorption of nutrients, less systemic stress, and a better hormonal environment. This is critical because chronic inflammation is truly the silent killer of male health. And yes, libido. Furthermore, you get a powerful protein boost and satiety. Collagen is almost pure protein. Adding it to your morning coffee, especially if you skip breakfast, gives you a substantial protein hit that stabilizes blood sugar much better than coffee alone and promotes satiety. This makes it easier to manage cravings, avoid that inevitable mid-morning snack trap, and stay on track with your diet goals. Crucially, it prevents the rapid blood sugar spike that comes from drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Finally, there's the fantastic glycine connection. Collagen is incredibly rich in the amino acid glycine. Glycine is incredibly beneficial for improving the quality of your sleep. Better sleep translates directly into better overnight hormone production and lower morning cortisol, which works perfectly with your coffee to start your day right even before the caffeine fully kicks in. It dissolves perfectly into hot coffee. It is tasteless, and it is a pure, clean building block for your aging body. This makes collagen the ultimate foundational hack for the man who wants to focus on longevity, physical resilience, and that deep gut-driven energy that truly lasts. For men training intensely, I often recommend they cycle this with the MCT oil because it provides that essential connective tissue repair that is so vital after age 50. The real power of this morning intervention lies not just in the ingredients themselves, but in the consistency of the ritual and the strategy of cycling. You certainly don't need to try to consume all 3 of these options every single morning. That would just be overkill and complicate the process. The far smarter strategy for the aging male body is to cycle and target based on your most pressing needs. Think of it this way. For sustained daily focus, what I call the grind. If you have a massive day of mental work, heavy physical activity, or just need pure focus without the jitters, stick with option 1, the Clean Fuel Accelerator. That's the coconut oil or ghee. This is your pure performance fuel designed to feed your brain clean ketones and eliminate the crash. For weekend vitality, the spark. If you are anticipating a weekend of activity, a date night, or simply feel your mood and inner drive are flagging, use option 2, the hormonal shield maca root powder. This is your best choice when the issue is a noticeable dip in your inner fire. For best results, use it 2 or 3 days leading up to the desired effect. For long-term resilience, the build. If your current focus is on recovery, joint health, or healing digestive issues, then use the ingredient we just discussed, option 3, the gut-brain balancer collagen peptide powder, as your daily foundational teaspoon. It's the least noticeable in the moment, but the most crucial long-term builder of structural health and resilience. By deliberately choosing which teaspoon you add, you are taking a proactive, intentional step toward mastering your internal chemistry before the chaos of the day even begins. This commitment reinforces a feeling of discipline and control that is intrinsically linked to heightened masculine confidence. Remember, the goal isn't to force your system into submission. It's to provide it with the right, highly specific micronutrients it's deficient in, allowing it to perform at a higher level than it otherwise could. This simple 5-second addition to your coffee turns a standard habit into a transformative one. It shifts your system from a stress-driven cortisol roller coaster to a smooth, efficient, hormone-up supportive powerhouse. Try this simple hack consistently for 3 full weeks. Notice the difference. Not just in your energy at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but in your overall mood, your clarity, and that deep-seated sense of male vitality returning. And when your partner notices the change, when they see that confident energy and focus returning, when they start begging to know your secret or playfully pleading with you to slow down the relentless energy, you'll know the magic is in that single intentional teaspoon in your morning mug. This is the secret to aging like a champion, not fading into the background. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more high-leverage health hacks and vitality tips, and share this video with a friend who might still be drinking plain coffee. Let me know in the comments below which 1 teaspoon hack you are starting with today. I'm Dr. Kieran, and I'll see you next.